Remix. 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 Remix.
Oh, yeah. Welcome out. This is the Remix Morning Show. Right here on Black Liberation Media. In case you didn't know, I go by the name of the Ear Doctor, coming to bring you some of that boom bap breakfast. Yes, us, not just me, holding the G straight from Jersey. In case you didn't know, you ain't seen the show every Saturday. Let's give it up for Renee. That's all, folks. You don't freestyle flow like that?
No, I do not.
It's a magical thing, Renee, I must say. I appreciate the fact that I'm able to freestyle, and
I do. I also appreciate it. You know what I've always wondered? And
what?
This is a very random question. Who is saying the word remix in the Remix Morning Show intro? Is that you or someone else?
That's Busta Rhymes, Busta Bus.
Ah.
I called up Bus and I was like, "Yo, we doing a show." He said, "I got you, King." And I was like, "I got you." So yeah. You know, I usually freestyle this whole morning thing. I don't get none of this shit done till like 15 minutes before we go. But it's done. I have three breaks.
Listen, it is done. I hear you.
Yo, big up to speaking of Busta Rhymes, big up to Leah Boggs being part of the conglomerate.
There we go. Welcome, Leah. Ooh.
Leah. Did I say Leah? Anyway, so our brethren Evan said he couldn't make it today. We got Kim still coming. She I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't got nothing.
Look, she'll be here when she be here.
Yeah. She gotta make a grand appearance.
How was your weekend there, Doctor? What's going on with you?
Oh my goodness. My weekend was great. I'm talking about great with a capital G. You know, first started off, my son turned 21 on Friday. So I picked him up, took him out to lunch, and just drove around the city having conversations with him about manhood, about expectations, just conversating, just about any and everything. You know what I'm saying? And gave him a nice little present, and yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So that was emotional for me. And then the next day after that, well, let's bring in somebody so I ain't got to repeat my story. Burn it down, Kim. Burn it down.
So, yeah, all
right. So yeah, took my son out on Friday.
Hey, happy belated birthday to the young king.
Yeah, big up to the young king. My daughter made him a cake. I got him a nice little watch so he can have something when he go out and look fresh and look grown up. So something he could take care of. And then Saturday I had a wedding. I DJ'd a wedding for their parents 15 years ago, and Saturday I DJ'd their son's wedding. So that was dope right there. Just the whole father.
That is dope, actually. That's dope.
Yeah. And then the father gave his speech. So it was a father-son type weekend. Put it like that. He's my homeboy. He gave the speech, and that was dope. And they partied hard. And then Sunday, I had a parade, no tables, no chair parade, and they had a bunch of different bands, African musicians, and I just DJ'd and tore it down, and great weekend. I can't ask for another better one. Watched a lot of playoff games. It was good.
Who's in the playoffs?
A bunch of people, boy, I'll tell you.
Is NBA playoffs already? It's April,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I always know it's playoffs because my son is born during the playoffs. So I remember being in the hospital before I cut that umbilical cord. I was like, yeah,
That ear doctor said he cut the cord. I was very impressed. Ear doctor said he was in there pushing. Because he was like, we gave birth. I said, we did not give birth.
I was speaking French.
His mama gave birth, but ear doctor said he was right there. You know what I'm saying? Coaching.
Hey man, you got to coach on that breathing. He came out of these videos, so he's part of me. So can't leave us out of the equation. It was no us, you know what I'm saying? But I told him you were a winner from the beginning, man. You beat all the other ones to the egg. You made it, so you're already in the lead. Just keep going, son. That was my speech.
Renee, I'm sure your husband has given your son a similar speech. Like you came from my balls. You're great.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so.
No. You tell me he's a winner already. He beat all the other spermicides. Made it That's real deal. Like, you beat everybody else to make it. You are the winner already in life. Keep going.
As strange as that sounds, like as a general statement, it's actually correct, which is big. Like, do I want to mock this? Because it's actually factual.
It's factual. You won already. How was your weekend, Kim?
It was
enough about me.
It was cold, ear doctor, to be honest.
Really?
It's been cold up here. Like, it's been definitely a seesaw kind of spring season. I had to cut the heat back on, and I had to bring my plants inside.
What?
Because I didn't want my budding garden, pardon the pun, I didn't want that joint to just go kaputs on me. You know what I mean? So I had to bring all these pots in the house, tend to these little bammers. Yeah,
it's a little breezy out there. It's crazy.
Indeed. Peace to the goddess Renee. What's up, Renee?
I'm here, man. But it's been a rough. I feel like life has been really lifing on me these past few weeks, and I need a break. And it's clearly not going to happen. But it is what it is.
Well,
I think that's your body being attuned to all, not only the social and cultural upheaval that people are dealing with, but the sun is out here doing shit, baby, and that is your ruling planet. If y'all look at what the sun has been doing, been letting off these M-class and X-class solar flares. That shit is sending mad levels of radiation to the earth. It affects us. So you may be feeling that, in addition to the usual amount of tumult that we are all experiencing right now.
The usual amount of lifing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just had to pick up the phone and call Renee. I felt her energy the other day. I was like, let me just call and see what's good.
You did, and it was much appreciated. It was much appreciated.
Yeah, ear doctor gets a bad rap. He's actually a great guy.
Clip. Oh, clip this right here. I'm talking to myself. My bad. Oh man.
I will say Saturday's show. So I was very excited about the screening that we did the previous week, and then Sam came on and did what Sam does and straightened us all out. And so,
Sam, last name Bo. Sam.
Samantha. Jackass.
Why are you this way?
Look, he got one compliment, and here he go.
Immediately start backsliding.
I'm clipping it. Trust and believe on every social media platform. You will hear those words.
So, Renee, is this the crushing wheelchair screening?
No. So we showed Hind Under Siege, which is a short movie about the story of Hind Rajab, and I am still, as I said on Saturday, like, as a mother, anything regarding the death of children, I think, hits me a little differently, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to I don't know that I'll ever have the capacity to really watch certain things and do the thing where I recognize this is where they're getting you, because all these things are manipulative in one way or another. And but Samantha had some really good. She just pointed out some things that, in the midst of like crying and being upset about this storyline, you're just not really taking into consideration like in that moment. But this is all part of this process of understanding what first media, what second media does to you, and being like going into the watch knowing like this is what they're trying to do. So you can try and enjoy this movie, but don't forget what they're trying to do. So I don't know. We're gonna have to work on this whole like understanding media thing. It's gonna be a thing.
I gotta get a list of movies that Renee like. I know it'll be a short list, but I definitely
I like a lot of movies. No. I like a lot of movies, but I can't enjoy movies the way I used to. Because all I see is like, here they go with this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I can't get past that. That's what they're trying to do. Like I can't.
The Zionistic capitalistic propaganda.
It's not just Zionism though. It's all of it. It's all. It's the whole. It is the whole process of constantly pushing you to ignore the bigger thing, right? So one of the things that in the movie they do that was much better than a lot of movies did was they actually they put a name and a face to Israel, right? So there's actually like a flag. It's on the truck. You see the person walking with the armband. So as long as you let me clarify. As long as you recognize the Israeli flag, you're very clear that it's Israel. But then at the same time, because of that, because he went with prosthetics and the monster thing, it almost gives Israel it almost gives this sense that like they're just these evil Israeli soldiers, when it's the whole setup that's the problem, right? And so when you can narrow it down to like this one evil soldier and the bad apple thing, it,
the blame game. They put it on one person.
Yeah. Like it doesn't work the way you really like. If you really want people to understand the problems with this setup and the state of apartheid and genocide and all those things, if all you see is one soldier who looks like a monster wearing an armband with a flag on it that you may or might not recognize, it's not really the same thing.
Yeah, they give you the whiz and don't understand it's Richard Pryor the whole time behind the mask. It's the distraction. I get it. Man, listen. We got a bunch of stuff going on in the world. I guess we can get to this question right here. Done and None says, is there any possibility of discussing the Mali and Russia Africa corpse victory? Corpse? CORPS? Course.
Today.
Course. Like, like the
Corps.
Corps.
Yeah, the Army Corps. The corpse.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I said.
There's no P. The P is silent, babe. The P is silent.
Corpse is silent? See, the English is so stupid.
Well, it's not.
What? It's not? You bigging up your European
you know what?
commemorate the death of the defense minister. Mali defeated UAE, Saudi Arabia, France, EU, and ECOWAS.
Done and None, I would encourage you tomorrow to tune in to the Remix Morning Show for Women's Wednesdays. Our esteemed colleagues, Jacqueline Lukman and Erica Keynes, offer stellar international critique. And I'm sure they will tell us about what's going on in Mali. I did see the story, but I don't know. I mean, they killed the Minister of Defense in Mali, who's supposed to be like a real, a brilliant military mind who helped to I think he was the dude's number 2. Anyway, see, again, I don't really know what I'm talking about. But the Minister of Defense in Mali was killed over the weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Alleged by a coordinated attack by Al Qaeda or ISIS or some CIA back shit. I don't know. Some France USA engineered bullshit, as you can imagine. So perhaps the region may be slightly destabilized. Hopefully not, though. You know, we want the AES to keep on trucking.
Yeah. So the issue, so he was actually killed by a suicide bomber attack near his residence,
which is wild. Which tells you, y'all wanted that man that bad.
Yeah, they did. They did. And there, the issue. Part of the issue is you have, as folks hopefully are aware of by now, that you have a situation in Mali where they have removed the French from their state, and they've been working very hard to keep the French out. They've been trying to nationalize a lot of the resources, and this is not beneficial to the colonizer. There is a contingent in Mali that is actually working with the U.S. and France on this, which is also problematic.
Al Qaeda, like I said, didn't I say Al Qaeda?
Oh no, I'm
joking. I'm joking.
No, but I just, and I know you are, but I'm just saying for the audience, like, he is Malian. So this is all part of the problem. Is you always have people from within the nation that are gonna be willing to do this bullshit in tandem with the colonizer. So there are all these things.
Russia's involved.
Russia has been training the armed forces of the resistance in Mali that kicked France out, and so they have actually credited Russia with the fact that they were able to prevent this attempted coup to remove the current leadership.
Big up.
Well, let's take a break, and then we can come back and talk about all that. We could talk about the movie that happened at the White House and the actors and all the different other things that went on this weekend. I'll big up to everybody that tuned in and checked out me and Kim as we did Shaka Khan. It was fun. And make sure y'all tune in this Thursday at 11 as we do Stevie Wonder's pen. You see him writing right there. You see him writing?
Pen, yes.
Yes.
And when I'm already off to a great start on that.
A word? Okay.
I mean, nobody is fucking with Stevie.
Okay. I
Nobody,
like it. Not even Ashford and Simpson? Nobody.
I'm talking about overall in terms of artist himself, musician himself, and songwriter. I mean, Ashford and Simpson, you can't take nothing away. But Stevie, like the joints, Stevie wrote classics for other people. So
make sure y'all tune in Thursday for that. So let's take a quick break, and then we're going to come back right here with some more on the Remix Morning Show. Let's go. What's good, everybody? Welcome out to the Remix Morning Show. I'll go by the name of the Ear Doctor. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go to patreon.com, become a member over there, get footage that's rare, and donate. Oh, whoa, I hear some thunderstorms going on outside here. My little light went and flickered a little bit. But let me tell y'all about the weather since we go in there. It's going to be raining here in Atlanta, in case y'all didn't know. We got a high of 72 degrees. DC high of 61 degrees. Like Kim said, it's getting a little cold over there in that DMV area. Chicago, they got a high today of 60 degrees. Next, let's take you to Houston. Houston got a high of 89 degrees, nice and warm. Let's go to Caracas, Venezuela. They have a high today of 85 degrees. And last but not least, the one place you never said you wanted to go, Fada, Chad. That's right, Chad. Whoever says, I'm flying to Chad. Well, they got a high today of 97 degrees. Now that's kind of hot. Now I tell you what else is kind of getting people hot, but which is a hot place to be because you can't move around without being seen, and that is the cameras in Atlanta. Right now, you can see as of April 2026, Atlanta is recognized as the most surveilled city in United States with an estimate of 124 cameras for every 1,000 residents, a density higher than most cities worldwide outside of China. The city operates a vast AI-powered network of over 60,000 public and private cameras linked to the Atlanta Police Department to monitor neighborhoods, businesses, public spaces in real time. Wow. That is what's going on. You cannot make no moves in Atlanta. So if you're trying to think about doing something, think again, my friend, because they got cameras everywhere. All right. With that said, let's get back to it right here on No Other Than the Remix Morning Show. Let's go. Thus, the thumbnail. Yeah. It's I mean, everywhere the basketball. I went to play basketball yesterday. On a basketball court.
What?
Cameras. They got cameras at the parks at different angles. They got one on the basketball. They don't got one on the tennis court. They got ones on the basketball court because the blacks be on the basketball court.
Somebody should pew them down. What? I didn't say that.
Yeah, be a lot of pewing.
I mean, son, we gonna have to go guerrilla tactics at some point, dog. Like, I mean, we just can't allow ourselves to be surveilled when we got 440 million people. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Take them shit down.
Renee over there driving like the Joker with her head out the window. You can hear all the wind and shit. My bad. Go ahead. What were you saying, Kim?
Nothing. I didn't say a thing, Air Doctor. I didn't say a single word.
No, but it's really like AI. This, and they gonna test it out on this city, and they're gonna take it to another city, and it's gonna be like all the movies when you can't really do nothing. I mean, think about it, but now like it's really hard to commit a crime. You can't run up on nobody and take their cash out their pocket because they all got credit cards. You can't do nothing because cameras here, there. So I can see. I mean, I think even over there in Baltimore, the mayor says the crime rate has dropped 50%. Is that due to him being the mayor, or is that due to?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 words for you to tell you that yes, crime can definitely still happen and people can get away with it. You want ready for them 2 words?
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Guthrie.
Nancy Guthrie. I remember Guthrie as a singer, but continue.
Nancy Guthrie is Savannah Guthrie, the Today Show host's mother, who was kidnapped now months ago from her house. That lady ain't been seen since. Cameras everywhere. Where this lady at? And that's a white woman. They ain't found her yet.
Yeah. Damn. That's facts.
I mean, I'm not encouraging criminality, but I am saying that, you know, we ain't 100% everything is being monitored or whatever, but there's probably another whole sinister other story behind this lady's abduction. But
and there's been a lot of
the other thing is when people I don't think people fully understand that when you get those door things, the doorbell where you can see outside, all of those things are connected. So when they give you that number, that includes every single person who has a ring, who has a chime, who has a whatever thing is attached to their doorbell, who has an outside cameras of their house that they share the feed with the local police department. All of that is included.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. I mean, even with your phones, as soon as you pull up to a certain spot, your phone is like, "Oh, you're here." You'd be like, "God damn."
Mm-hmm.
We are surveilled.
If you're gonna do some dirt, you know, please be smart.
Leave your phone home.
Leave your phone at home. Don't be out here doing dirt while your phone is actively snitching from your purse.
I know, it's definitely snitching like everywhere you go. And it listens, it all that. So anyway.
No, well, that's what I got. Greasy, which I do on occasion. I will either sit on the phone or I'll have my phone and I'll just start rubbing it up against my shirt, up against a piece of clothing, right? Because if you're trying to listen on that microphone, you're going to hear swish, swish, swish. You know what I'm saying? So, assume you are being monitored and surveilled from inside of your house.
All right, so I know I'm about to leave and y'all go get into some news, but was that real at the White House?
It wasn't at the White House. That's the real funny part.
Oh, word.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's so ridiculous. And to Renee's point, we are clearly being fed lots of propaganda around this story in order for Trump to achieve the funding, the approval of his ballroom, which is probably what that whole charade was about. I don't think it was a coincidence. It happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where you have all of the top media, every big reporter. So they all get to trauma bond together and maybe report a little bit more softly about the president, because they also experience that trauma right alongside of the president. So maybe we'd be a little nicer to Mr. Trump.
Yo, what about your man that was sitting up there just eating like? He's like, y'all done yet? Y'all finished? Can we? The hors d'oeuvres ain't finished coming out. What are we doing? Like, we ain't even get to our entree meal yet.
A black man with a shotgun. This nigga lived to tell the tale. Okay.
What? That's when you know you can take them out. Like when they go at the. Come on, what are we doing here?
He lived to tell the tale. Okay.
Oh, God.
Holy Cole. What's up with Cole? What y'all think about Cole? Tragic mulatto or what?
All right,
I'm not gonna lie. I sent a text to Jared to say you people at it again.
They just mad. They like, we caught in the middle of all this.
It was brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal. Oof.
All right.
In that manifesto, please leave me alone.
Actually, you know what? I'm not mad at the manifesto.
I don't believe it.
Actually, I'm not mad at the manifesto. I would not be surprised if he indeed wrote the manifesto. What I think is nonsensical, that I think people should really be considering, is Trump has never attended this dinner.
Ever. Well, not as president. He was there that one time that Obama roasted him to his face. Right. But as president,
so
this
as
is the
president,
first
and
one.
And he consistently said that it shouldn't be a thing. And all of a sudden, he's there, and all of his people are there. Like no one took the night off. Everybody was there.
Come on, son.
Right, and I agree. At any time when a black man is allowed to fire a shot at a law enforcement officer and is still taken away in handcuffs and not bleeding, one must question what is happening, because I don't know. So as y'all can see, that's my theory for today. My my words are wearing tinfoil for a reason. And yeah.
Well, point it out, Renee. I mean, Trump is the danger, right? The whole event has never been dangerous until this nigga showed up, right? Sir, you are the danger. You have brought danger upon everybody else. And I can't, and I was watching.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying I was watching the Sunday shows or watching the press shows the next day, and of course everyone is all you were in the room too. Yeah, it was so terrible, it was so scary, and we understand now what the president has been experiencing. Now this being his third attempt on his life, I don't know that this man was aiming for Trump. I call shenanigans on this whole. On this whole production, to Ear Doctor's point, right? I'm sorry, you got Trump and JD Vance in the same room. Every other White House Correspondents' Dinner that a president has attended, I think with intention, the vice president is never there, right?
And then they took JD out the room first,
right?
That's wild.
You just see this nigga Trump. Trump is peeking behind the curtain after they took him off the floor. This nigga peeking.
Like, did they get it? Did they cut?
Right.
Oh,
right.
And then they got cool Cash Money standing up against the wall, unfazed. I'm like, Cash, you're not even going to get on the radio and say something. So Cash is just watching everything. Like, yo,
right. Please. And the report there are reels out there from folks who were also in the room who were like, the whole thing was really weird. The security was not what it used to be. They allowed people who were in the hotel to be like roaming around while the dinner was happening. They didn't shut the hotel down. There were protesters outside. The protesters apparently also made it into the building. The whole thing, like the whole story, none of the story makes any sense. None of it.
But ballroom.
Man, about to win a Tony out here or something. He's gonna
and
get
stop the lawsuit.
He's gonna get an EGOT. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like feel sorry for me.
Yes, and then his follow. I don't know if we're gonna watch the Norah O'Donnell, and everyone's seen it. We don't need to replay it. But when Trump was interviewed the next day by Norah O'Donnell from CBS News, and she read the part of the manifesto that doesn't name Trump, but references pedophiles and rapists, and Trump the demon started to hiss. Did you hear the demon hiss? I'm not a rapist. I'm not a rapist. Yeah, he hissed. The demon actually hissed in real time. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And even that, right? So this is where mainstream media gets on my last nerve. So now people are gonna be like, oh, she was so brave. She asked me a question. Like, it's CBS. You think he didn't know that question was coming? You really think they didn't say to Trump, okay, well, we're going to read it. And then we want you to have your natural reaction to hearing those words. Like, get out of here. It's CBS. It's run and owned by his people. They didn't surprise him with that question. If they don't listen. Oh, did I just hit the bunny? Oh no.
Bugs!
Y'all just experienced my trauma. I don't think I did, but oh my God, it ran right under the car.
Oh no. You didn't do it on purpose, Renee.
The tricks bunny rabbit.
I was trying. I was like going real slow. I saw it in the street. I'm sorry, audience. I just got traumatized.
I'm so sorry, Renee. That is traumatizing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. But hey, the bunny was in the street. You wasn't on the sidewalk, beloved. You know what I'm saying?
I got so many jokes right now, but it's not
appropriate. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's not appropriate. At least I caught myself.
Thank you. Be gentle. That is traumatizing. Like, oh man.
No, somebody put Bad Bunny up on the screen. That ain't right, Latin.
Maybe he was a bad bunny. Maybe he had to come in, Renee. Don't feel too bad.
Damn tricks for kids. All right, let me get out of here.
Well, where are you going? Okay.
Oh, I mean, I could stay around and do news with you.
Whatever. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, we down a man's. Where's Evans? What is he?
He had to do something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll stick around. Let me go ahead and hit this map though. So
slap that junk. Thank you.
No doubt.
Hey now.
I ran over a deer before. Go ahead.
In a monster truck, sir? What do you mean you ran over you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Remix Morning Show, Tuesday edition.
Yeah.
What's today? The 28th of April, 2026. Are we in Taurus season?
Yes, we are.
We transitioned to because your son is a Taurus.
That's right.
Beautiful. Shout out to all the bulls out there, the young bulls, the old bulls. Stevie Wonder is a Taurus also. I think Stevie's birthday's coming up in May.
Okay. May 1st, old dirty Kung Fu is a general strike. Also, my dad's birthday, May 1st.
Hey. Big up. And
that's also my father's birthday, doctor.
Is it?
Yes.
Was he a cool ass motherfucker?
He sure was. Hey,
Taurus is as cool as the other side of the pillow, man.
They can be, yeah. They are stubborn.
Oh, here we go.
stubborn as a bull. But yes.
True,
No, I don't have no objection to Taurus. I got a Taurus. My moon is in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Tauruses out there.
No doubt.
Shut up,
I didn't say anything.
Yo, somebody got to run the birth chart on Nakapondas out here. I need to know all your placements, sir.
Well, my Scorpio, my number is 9. I mean, what else you need?
So your birth chart reveals where your planets were, where the planets were in what position, what house when you were born. The minute that you were born, were you born physically in Trenton?
Yes.
Okay. Because your location of your birth also is relevant in calculating a birth chart. Yeah. I would love to know where your placements are because I have suspicions. I just want to anyway, regardless.
Well, you know, they say that people encompass all the different zodiac signs. It's just some traits stick out more depending on the month and time you were born.
I can agree with that to a point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because there are certain signs I don't like certain signs, but I'm not going to name those signs because those signs might be watching, and then I don't want to offend them.
It's only a limited amount of signs, so definitely they're watching.
They'd be like, Kim, we don't like you either. Sign all the Pisces. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so what is this? 28th of April. We got Renee Johnston on the line and Doctor hanging around with us. My name is Kim. Remixers, thank you all so much for making some time to hang out with us and join us in this spring as we are in. So I'm looking at America, the final season. Every month is a chapter, or an episode. So April was episode 4. You know, the plot twist. I don't fucking know what to call this episode, but they close out the episode with a attempted assassination on the president that is obviously staged. So there's that. I don't even want to talk about that since we already talked about it. But anyway, I'm gonna assume perhaps Sister Erica left us some tea.
Yes, she did. We got a bunch of stories. The one you talked about where he said, "I am not a Aris. I did not R anybody."
Such a reaction, though. You know, I mean, the reaction quite telling. But Trump can't convince anyone that he is not all the things that he has been credibly accused of. So good luck with that, devil.
Okay, we got also no headway in Middle East peace efforts as U.S. and Israel refuse to yield. I figure they handle that tomorrow. That's a big load. I don't know. I mean, that's why I made that thumbnail for tomorrow. So I'll be thinking. You got anything, Renee? You want to?
Let me look at my bookmark.
I just literally walked into the door.
Okay, all right.
I'm in quiet now, at least, and can.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. Well, listen.
So we start off with the big story. Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion.
The big story.
Don't matter how much money you got.
The big story. It seems that though it is the big story on the internet. I said, look at the distractions. I said,
oh my God, it is.
And the incitement of, you know, further gender discussions. It's really kind of repugnant, but you know, your doctor. Do you have
No, I'm just playing. They also got the Lindsey Graham says that they are going to introduce legislation that's going to authorize $400 million to be spent on a building in the ballroom.
We can pull that one up because they were talking about this on WBAI this morning, and apparently he said that like 90% of U.S. citizens would agree that this needs to stop, and the best way to stop it is to build the ballroom.
Go fuck yourself, Lindsey Graham. Sorry. That out loud. Listen, the good sister, shout out to Kalechi Okafor from the UK. Kalechi said, why are all the attempts Americans? How come there are no completions on these attempts?
A bunch of incomplete. Only finish off test.
Attempting. Why are we not completing?
All the movies y'all got showing stuff like this, and y'all can't. I mean, it's like Star Wars. It's just like a bunch of pew 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 pew. Nobody gets shot. Anyway, let's go ahead and play this.
Go ahead.
We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom. Underneath, there will be a lot of military stuff. There will be a Secret Service annex. And we've paid for it by offsetting it with custom fees. But the estimate is $332 million. We're going to do $400 million because I think it's probably going to take more.
Damn.
Private donations can be used, but I think they should be used for buying China and stuff like that. Underneath this ballroom will be infrastructure that is national security centric. The ballroom itself will avoid the dilemma of having to leave the White House grounds with future presidents and this president's to go downtown in a place that's less secure. President Trump said to me yesterday, we need the ballroom, not just for me, but for future presidents. He literally could have left his bedroom, walked out the back of the White House, and been at the ballroom. That's what needs to happen when you have 1,000 or 2,000 people gathered in today's environment.
I can't. I mean, he's talking about doing renovations. This shit is crazy. What is this? Home improvement?
If this bitch ass nigga, in this case Trump, if the president can't go 7 blocks, wait, how far is the White House from the Hilton? 12, 15? If he can't leave the house, this ain't the job for you, man. It ain't. What you mean? Oh, he should be able to leave his bedroom and go to the ballroom. What about, where's our ballrooms? Where are the security hardened elementary schools and churches and synagogue? Like, as though Trump or the president is the only person getting shot at in America, right? But we got to spend $400 billion to protect one fucking goofball. Meanwhile, 30,000 people in this country lose their life to gun violence. Where's the suggestion? Where's $400 billion to address that? Fuck Trump. Give a fuck.
So sorry. I mean, 400 million is not better, but it's at least it's million and not billion. Thank goodness. But they that they're even contemplating that they're going to spend 400 million building a room. Like, what are we doing, y'all? Like, what is happening right now? And it's all, listen, I'll give them credit for this. At least they're telling y'all, we just gonna waste your money on this dumb shit next. This is the next dumb shit we're gonna waste your money on. Because normally they just waste money and they don't tell nobody they wasted money. So, at least they told you what was gonna happen. But I'm curious about this legislation that he's introducing, if it's actually gonna get anywhere. I can't stand Lindsey Graham. He's just, I can't even listen to him talk without getting aggravated. But it is madness. It is actual madness. And what people really need to look at is who's getting paid with this $400 million. Like who are the construction companies?
Clark Construction.
Is that who it is?
Clark Construction, yes.
And then what are they, when they say they're going to put a Secret Service bunker under the ballroom, like what exactly is that going to be used for? The whole thing is like,
yeah, I gotta go refill my cup of coffee. I'll let y'all.
Yeah, like I said, I'm tired of talking about this shit.
Listen. Well, I don't know. This other rhetoric, Renee, I'm sure you've heard, and Secret Service says that we are living in the most something like this is the biggest threat. All the threats. It's the terrible threats. We under so many threats. It looked like Trump is under threats, nigga. Iran has already told us they don't have no beef with us. I believe them. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I mean, Trump
killed the Ayatollah. Trump killed General, Soleimani. He's made some enemies. Okay, somebody might try to do something about it. Okay.
Not that we're suggesting anyone do that here on Black Liberation Media.
Baby, the suggestion is out there, and don't you love, Renee, that the whites, the MAGA whites, of course, are even the not red, but anyway, they're calling shenanigans on the assassination attempt that happened in Butler, Pennsylvania, which I also find hilarious. There's so many things anyway, but I don't know. I think this attempt to make Trump appear as though he is messianic, as though he is infallible, as though, he is the Jesus that his AI image it indeed was generated to portray him as. He is that dude. Deep exhale from
this whole I'm just this is the stuff that just seriously, it just makes my head hurt, because I don't even know how to get people to understand how coordinated the effort is to just completely bankrupt regular people on a consistent basis, while telling them to their face that it's their fault that they don't have money. Right? So like these same people who will very easily be like, well, we're going to start setting aside. We don't need 400. I mean, he literally said, we don't actually need 400 million. We need 332 million, but we're going to ask for 400 million because we want to, because we're going to accept donations, and that can buy the China. Rao, FYI, I saw your note in the thing. I think he meant China as in like plates.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant.
No, in the chat, someone said, did he just say buy China?
No, he meant China. The dinnerware. The servingware.
Right. And just, for this whole, they first distract you with this nonsensical story that this dinner that the man has never attended, that has never been attended by every single person that's part of the cabinet, it's never happened, that all of a sudden this half Black man took the train from California and sent an email to everybody letting them know what he was about to do before he did it. And then he somehow still managed to shoot a law enforcement officer and get arrested and taken away in handcuffs. So I'll be curious to see like how that whole game transpires. And then, so they're giving you this while actively ignoring the very real issues with gun violence that happen. Just like you said, 30,000 people a day that happen like every day here, right? I also heard a clip of Trump speaking, and he literally said something to the effect of like, violence is not the answer. Like, he's literally the most violent person,
the mass murderer of
all things, right? Like, literally. So to say political violence, we have to stop the political violence, like political
violence,
right? Like, it's like, why don't you start? You go first, and then like that part done and done. Who there's like a picture floating around. He says, "Who takes selfies in IDF shirts?" And Trump punched a 13-year-old girl in the face when he prayed on her. So. Like we have all these things happening.
Real quick, the selfie in the IDF sweatshirt is what the shooter, alleged shooter.
Yes, the alleged shooter.
Cole, right. They said Coley Cole was rocking the IDF sweatshirt on Instagram and then deleted it
And then there's also this quirky, I don't know if people know, because this is something that they follow every time one of these stories happens, is there's this massive burst of searches out of Israel for a name like months before any of these things happen. It is I'm like, I don't think that's a coinky dink, as they say, but it's just wild to me. So you have all of these things happening, and at the same time you can't get gas. Like, literally, I got gas for $3.99 a gallon yesterday, and I was pumped. I was like, yes, it's $3.99, which is crazy.
Where how much is gas in New Jersey?
That's where I was. I was in Jersey.
It was $3.99
a gallon where I went, and I was really
Jersey,
very excited.
Right, but Jersey
Very
is
excited.
cute because there's something. What's with the tax on gas in Jersey? There's something to that, like because people would leave Philly and go over to Jersey and fill up.
Yeah, because it's all included. So that price that you pay includes all the taxes and fees. So there's no additional. It's not like $3.99 plus taxes. It is $3.99 including all of your taxes. So, you know, it's look. I manifesto ruining my day. He says it's 4:17 as of today. So I'm glad I stopped last night. I was tired too. I was like, maybe I'll go in the morning. I was like, no, go right now. It's a good thing I did.
So here's the thing though, you know, it is speculated by economists and those that watch the way markets move, etc. You know, we here in the States, we have not actually begun to really feel what the effects of this closure of the Strait of Hormuz is going to be. And we may not feel it for like another 6 months, 6 to 9 months. Because those that follow such things look to the oil crisis of the 70s. And it wasn't when the OPEC nations like stopped shipping oil to the US. It was months later that the inflation started to kick in. Like they said that the inflation of that particular time period was like 13%, Renee. You know what I'm saying? We ain't used to that. Right. You know what I'm saying? We not used to that. It's not going to be cute. I said, please start your gardens right now. Like, I mean, no bullshit. Everything is going to be everything. Food. They say like your plastic products are going to go up exponentially in price in addition to fuel and other stuff.
Right. So it's just really looking at all these things that are happening at the same time. And while there's so much strife happening, like internally, but we're gonna focus on the ballroom and getting them to stop the lawsuit because this was so traumatizing. It's just so ridiculous. The whole thing is just so ridiculous.
Do you think the press knows that they were used as props? I mean, I'm just thinking, because again, it's not a coincidence. There's all kinds of events that occur throughout DC that Trump shows up to, make speeches at. This one in particular, where his nemesis, the mainstream media, right, who already do a piss poor job of reporting on his nonsense to begin with, right? Like the American press doesn't go at Trump the way that he ought to be.
No.
And that's always proof positive when we have foreign dignitaries coming to the White House. You hear the foreign press asking more pointed and directed questions that you can tell that Trump is not, he ain't used to that sometimes. But anyway, but the Trump, the U.S. press already deals with him kind of with kid gloves. So anyway, I just saying in this whole production, it was important that happened at that event with those attendees there. Because I just think that they're going to switch up their tone a little bit about how they cover him. And now the president is responding that we need love.
I know. We need love. We shouldn't be doing this to each other, Kim.
Oh my God.
And the best, I heard a clip of Erica, what's her face? Kirk crying that she just wants to go home. And I was like, why?
She's not a good actress.
I just can't. I can't.
Where's his killer, by the way? You know.
Well, last I heard, they couldn't match the ballistics properly, and so now there's a whole thing happening because apparently, you know, like the glove didn't fit, and the bullets didn't come from that gun.
Magical bullets and gun and glove. Yo, big up to Words and Stars 9 sending in $10. I am the chairperson of the I Hate Lindsey Graham Club. Laugh out loud.
There we go. Send me an application.
How come the Twinks haven't outed him? Like, where's you know, I mean, come on. I'm sure he's been twinking for many decades at this point. Where is the outage? Like,
Kim like this platform to get shut down. Huh?
I'm saying twinkle, twinkle, little star. Sir, calm down.
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle.
We just got back.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm gonna stop saying things as they come into my head.
No filter. I be working on it myself, Kim, but it's hard. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know we got another break coming up, and I'm sure y'all can pull some more news out of that.
Yes, there's a ton on here. There's a ton on here.
Okay, cool. Also, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and all that. I'm supposed to say that at the break anyway. Let's go ahead and get to it right here on No Other Than the Remix Morning Show. Let's go. Let's do it like this.
See that black boy over there running scared. His old man in the bottle. He done quit hitting 95. He drink full time, and now he's living in a bottle. See that black boy over there running scared. His old man got a problem, and it's a bad one. He ain't done pawned off damn near everything. His old woman waiting for bottom. And don't you think it's a crime when time after time people in a bottle.
All right. Let me take you to a time and place. Let me take you back to the year of 1974. We're talking about Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson off the album Winter in America. Name of that song is The Bottle on the Ear Doctor beat, taking you to some Jersey, Chicago house style. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go to patreon.com, become a member over there, get footage that's rare, and donate where at blkliberationmedia.org. Show your love, get you some merch, get fly, and come out looking stellar. With that said, we can get ready to go back to the Remix Morning Show. But let's do it a little bit something like this. If y'all ready for it, check this out. We got a little something for you. We're going to play. So let's get to it.
Teach one, that's how what we do this. Teach you who savage righteousness. Learn to be true to this. It's knowledge of yourself and the science of everything in life and about 1 century from.
Ooh, that boy nice with it. Get your BLK Liberation Media shirt and you can make shots like the Ear Doctor. All right, with that said, let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning Show. Yeah. Go check out Black Liberation Media on your IG, and you can see that whole clip right there. And some more clips that just came out with some shows like Dare to Struggle, Dare to... How many takes? 1. Come on, son. I'm nice with it. What was he saying? Oh, yeah. And also some other shows we got. So go check out and follow us on IG, Black Liberation Media. Renee, you don't believe it was one shot?
I didn't. I was just pointing out the question.
Look, I
didn't ask the question. I was just pointing. I was pointing out the question so you could respond. You
okay.
Responded.
Well, I'm very nice on the basketball court.
Did you play ball in high school?
Nope. I played football.
That's right. And
I sat on the bench and watched everybody else play because I wasn't nice like that.
Why they treat you so bad?
I mean, when you from up north and you go down south and you realize that they're used to playing in this hot weather on a regular, and that's why they're so good, you be like, hey, y'all got it. So, and then I went to 3 different high schools. So, I didn't even have a chance to lock down a position. But enough about it.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
So, anyway,
Look at your email, Air Doctor.
Oh,
There's
boy.
a possibility I sent something.
I feel like it just did. My phone did just do something. So.
Never a guarantee.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
Show, hey now.
Oh, look at that. I got it.
I will
All
step on your toes when I see you, dog. I will stomp them joints. Pow.
All right. So you ready to
That's how I
talk
get back
about
at people. No. Hold on. Because I need Renee. Renee, are you got your Google fingers available?
Yeah.
Can you Google South Carolina abortion bill? And while you're Googling that, Nakapondas, can you run the tape? And
right.
is there a caption? Could you bless us with it? This is from the South Carolina State House. And this is, I believe, a Republican representative giving his passionate opinion about this new abortion bill. I believe this is a new bill. I think this is new.
It says Republican senator got heated after lawmakers advanced near total abortion ban.
Near total abortion ban in the state of South Carolina. So let's listen to this white man.
All right, let me pull it up right here. Bam. And here we go.
Insensitive, disrespectful abortion bill in this country. I don't want to be associated with this. I don't want the party that I'm affiliated with to be associated with this. I'm embarrassed. Women are not just simply vehicles or receptacles for children to be born. They're sentient human beings with rights. The bill that was passed yesterday in medical affairs assigns no rights to the woman, Senator from Charleston. Bans abortions from the moment of conception. Eliminates the exception for when the pregnancy is caused by rape. Eliminates the exception for when the pregnancy is caused by incest. Senator from Williamsburg. Eliminates the exception for when a physician says that that baby in the womb cannot survive outside the womb, missing vital organs, missing a brain, for whatever reason, forcing the woman, conscripting her body, making her carry that child with a fatal fetal anomaly to term. It is the most draconian, insensitive, disrespectful abortion bill in this country. But it doesn't stop there, Senator from Colleton. It doesn't stop there. You know what else it does? It subjects a woman to imprisonment for up to 2 years.
Damn.
So if my daughter were raped and she decided that she wanted to have an abortion, she'd go to jail. If my daughter were raped and the physician diagnosed that unborn child with a fatal fetal anomaly and she wanted an abortion so she'd have to carry it to term, she'd go to jail. Go to jail. The physician who would assist a woman in that context would be guilty of a felony and go to jail for 20 years. Not just the woman, though. Not just the physician, though. We're going to do something different. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and make it a RICO violation.
Wow.
We're going to take organized crime RICO statute, and everybody, except from Williamsburg, who was associated with that decision, doctor, nurse, physician assistant, the receptionist who booked the appointment, they're all going to go to jail. Now, this sounds like something Kafkaesque. It sounds like something unreal. It passed out of medical affairs with every single member of my party, the Republican Party, voting for it.
Damn.
Voting for it. That worries me because there are 34 Republicans in this Senate. We are doing something extremely dangerous. And this particular amendment that the Senator from Spartanburg put on the desk, directing PIBA to surveil and report women who have miscarriages, is yet the next step in this process. The next step in this process. I don't want to be associated with this. I don't want the party that I'm affiliated with to be associated with this. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Now, we have lots of things that we have to debate. Healthcare access, I can go on and on and on. But we spent an inordinate amount of time and a heavy lift to get this thing before y'all. It's on the calendar. It's there before you. I rise today, and I'm glad the Senator from Spartanburg offered this amendment because somebody has to yell, stop. We've jumped the shark on this. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
That is draconian, as he said. These niggas ain't got no emotion. I don't trust overly religious people.
It has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with hating women. And we need to be very clear on that.
It's part of that too. That whole having not abortions and that's definitely part of that.
So just some quick notes. So it passed the medical committee. It has not passed for the state. And just because people in the audience, I think, are unsure. And so all of his going on right now is because they're going to try and move it to the state. Like now that it's passed through whatever committee it needed to pass through, they're going to try and move it to the state Senate for a vote. Folks are saying it's not even going to get to the floor for a vote. I guess we'll see like how this actually all plays out.
I mean, we can hope
that
it doesn't get to the floor.
Yeah.
But the fact that
the fact that they wrote it is crazy.
What?
That it was even written. And that you have a committee that's supposed to be reviewing this from the medical side, right? The whole point of sending it to that committee is because that committee is supposed to look at it and determine whether or not like the medical factors that are in play are reasonable for the bill, so that you could put a bill through that says even if the fetus is not viable, you still can't, like, I'm like, who's on your committee? I want to know who's on the committee who said like this cleared, all good. Like who's on the committee? Because I'm curious about that.
Treating women like an assembly line. Shit is crazy. You got anything else on this?
Yes, I have a lot on this because we have already seen the effects of forcing women to carry pregnancies either when the pregnancy is not viable or when the woman's life isn't viable. That sister in Atlanta who died was medically dead. She was brain dead. She was being kept alive artificially so she could continue to develop a pregnancy. And I'm sorry, it turns out, babies don't develop well inside of corpses. And that child still is in intensive care months after the fact with a myriad of devastating medical conditions as a result of this child being forced into the world through the womb of its dead mom, right? And there are women dying across this country right now from miscarriages that are going untreated. There are women who are facing criminal charges. There's a white gal who was a cheerleader, I believe, for the University of Kentucky. Is that right? They got pictures, they got video of her with a baby bump.
That is correct. Yes.
Doing cheerleading stuff. And she delivered her baby, I think, in her dorm room and unalived the baby. She's facing charges, right? Like, again, we are in serious, serious times. And as much attention, rightfully so, as the murder of Dr. Serena Fairfax, Ashanti Alston out of Houston, and a bunch of other Black women who have been recently killed by their partners. The violence towards women, it's individual and it also comes from the state. This is a state attack. And even if this particular bill in South Carolina doesn't pass this time, the fact that it's already had some success in advancing out of at least one committee indicates that this is the direction they want to push this abortion ban further and further criminalize not only the mother, but if you think of helping one of these bitches, okay, if you think you're gonna help one of these bitches, you going to jail. Uber driver, receptionist who booked the appointment, medical physician,
whole Rico.
These are your kids. Like, your kids are being these are the choices facing your daughters as they enter adulthood and enter this portion of their life where pregnancy is a possibility. And it's wild times. Don't you ever let these crackers talk to you about Sharia law or we got to drop bombs on Iran to liberate the women. Get the fuck out of here. Women in this country are not free.
Yeah, I just seen a story about the 15-year-old up in New York that got head stomped in.
Yes.
By another kid, and then the mother said he was being bullied.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. What do we do? And that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I was having this discussion yesterday and talking about that case in particular. Renee, I'm gonna let you get in here real quick, but let me just say, yo, you better be getting these little boys right now because I hope y'all are teaching y'all daughters hands out here. Little girls in 2026 need hands. They need to know how to fight. They don't just need to know how to fight. They need to know how to fight and win. They need to know which arteries to go for. should they be confronted with an attack from an aggressive male? It is not a game out here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Renee.
No, you're good. And
I gave my daughter a screwdriver.
Good for you. You tell her where to stick it?
Yeah.
All right. We need to be training. We need to be doing our training on a regular basis. Because these little boys, because her classmates are going to test her age mates, and grown ass men. Okay.
Yeah. Real quick. I seen this. They say this is breaking. Chichi Macha says apparently the UAE left, as in just quit OPEC, according to Al Jazeera.
Hey, we'll take it. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds like
break that down for the people who don't even know what the hell.
Well, I mean, I'm just using context clues here. So the United Arab Emirates is, that's where Dubai is, right? That's where ear doctor's friends like to go do Instagram vacations.
My friends are a little bit cheaper. They go to DR. Stop.
United Arab Emirates, close ally of the United States and a target of Iran during this latest war, because Iran's like, dog, fuck you. You gonna let these niggas launch missiles at us? Nigga, we gonna smash up all your oil refinery shit. Ain't no oil, ain't no more oil. So I don't know if that's the reason why if the UAE has withdrawn from OPEC, the what is it?
It's the petroleum. It's the organizations of petroleum exporting countries, I think. So it'll be interesting to see like what this actually means long term. So I just reread Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and it had been a long time since I read that book. And the third version is a little more like pro-US, anti-China than I would have preferred, but leaving that to the side, he was actually a part of this whole creation of all of these, like literally was the person who was behind working with Saudi Arabia to create the contract between the Saudi kings and the US so that they could remain in control and the US would always have access to their oil. So as all of these things are playing out, as you're like freshly listening to this book and realizing how insidious this whole process was, because this is dating back to the 70s. And if you go back even to 1953, when Kermit Rockefeller, it's one of those families, Kermit somebody, was the person who initially went into Iran and created the issues in Iran that got their president ousted, that put in the Shah, that worked with the US, that eventually got ousted again. So all of these things have been ongoing now for, that's what, 70 something years ago. And so whenever countries make these announcements about leaving these organizations, like you can say you're leaving the organization, but if you're still working to provide oil to all the places, yes, Roosevelt, thank you. Yes, Kermit Roosevelt. I'm always forgetting these, rich white family names, who's who. So all of these things, you know, it'll be interesting. I mean, you know, the US definitely don't want them to do that. So I'm curious about the reasons. I think Monty dropped a link in the chat. So I'll open that up real quick and take a look and see if I can read it real quick, and then we can talk a little bit about it. But you know, I always, you know, I don't trust none of these people no more. I'm done with all of them.
Tangentially related, but not really. So I'm still addicted to TikTok. I confess. I lied to y'all when I told y'all I was deleting the app. I didn't. I'm still on it. Like a morphine.
It's all right. We just created a TikTok. Like we here. We on Google, boo. Like,
oh, well, anyway, so part of the content I follow on TikTok is people from Iran, right, showing us what daily life in Iran is currently like. And this one sister was going to the gas station. Renee, would you like to know how much Iranians pay for 1 liter of gas?
Yes, I do.
If I told you 1 cent, would you believe me?
I would believe you. Absolutely.
1 cent for a liter of gasoline. And it's subsidized. It additionally subsidized. The government allows, 60 liters a week or a month or whatever the threshold is. But if you were to pay outright for your gasoline in Iran, it will cost you 1 cent per liter. How much was gas in New Jersey?
$3.99.
4,000 times more. Like, yo.
Yeah. And I remember when gas hit $1 because I was already driving and putting gas in my tank. And like literally like driving around trying to find the place that still had gas for 95 cents because I was so adamant about not paying $1 a gallon for gas. And now like,
oh my gosh, we sound like grandmas. You understand that, right? Like when you say it out loud, because I graduated in 96. I never forget, gas was 96 cents a gallon in 96. I was like, oh, look at that. But yes, but no. Yes. So never go see that
so
again.
Monty, you dropped in an article that I can't open because it's they want me to pay routers and routers whatever, and I don't want to do that. So I'll poke around. But in the meanwhile, because Erica so lovingly blessed us with a bunch of stuff.
Thank you.
Since we were having these conversations about abortions, these are some of the stories that sometimes I struggle with. I struggle with people who aren't pressed or impacted about a thing until they have to deal with it. Right. So my struggle is always like, do you commend the person for like waking up and deciding that they're going to do the thing they should have been doing before they were impacted by it? Or do you get annoyed with people for waiting until it directly impacts them before they decide to do something about a thing? I'm going to leave that out there and let people decide for themselves. But in Tennessee, where there's also currently a ban, Tennessee is also one of those states that jumped on as soon as the Supreme Court turned over Roe v. Wade. She had to travel out of state because she lives in Tennessee. And then when she returned, she decided that she was going to join the lawsuit. And apparently that...
What lawsuit?
So there's a lawsuit in Tennessee against the law that is currently in place, the state ban for abortion. And when she needed, I don't know what the story is. Like, it doesn't say a whole lot about like why she was opting. Not that, to me, you don't need a reason. I don't care why you were opting for it, but okay, so it looks like there was a condition. Okay, so there was an issue that was happening. They weren't going to be able to have the condition. It was a medical condition. She wasn't going to be able to have the abortion because she lives in Tennessee. She had to travel out of state to get it done. When she returned, she decided she was going to join the ban in Tennessee against abortion. So this is just another state where there are these groups that are working. But I always question about people who, like, you needed that to impact you directly before you decided that you were going to start speaking out.
Who are you talking about? Who is this person?
So Rachel Fulton is the woman who had to leave the state of Tennessee in order to get the abortion done. When she returned, she decided to support this ongoing lawsuit that was in place in Tennessee. And I'm curious about the work that she was doing prior to her being directly impacted.
You have to get, I need more context. Like, so this just sounds like some lady. Was she a pro-lifer? Was she like, what's significant about her specifically?
That's a good, I don't know if they say anything about her being a pro-lifer. I'll scan through it again. I pulled it up because I just thought it was interesting that this woman who, there's this small number of people who are suing the state of Tennessee over abortion. She's joining the lawsuit and she's getting all of this attention for joining the lawsuit, right?
Okay.
And my question is to people, why is there not more work prior to you being directly impacted by something? Where is all the effort and work being, like, there are only 4 people involved in this lawsuit. Where's all the work from the general community of Tennessee to say, like, we need to do something in order to stop this blatant disregard for the life and the wants of women?
I mean, you said it already. If it impacts you, that's when it's relevant. When it don't impact you, it's not relevant. So you just like, you see them over there, but as soon as it impacts you, like, oh, yeah, that could happen to me too. That's majority.
What are you thinking, Kim? Because you have a look.
Well, because I follow loosely, but I do follow Tennessee legislative comings and goings, and it is an overwhelmingly white and male body. I don't remember exactly when the Tennessee abortion ban passed, but I sincerely doubt it went unchallenged, right? Like, the people show up, like, is few and as much in the minority as those that would support abortion rights are inside of the legislative body. The people of Tennessee do show up to Nashville and give them people the business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I'm almost positive some work ahead of this ban passing was done, and it before the ban passed and before this lawsuit got brought. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say where was the work, because I'm almost certain there was work. You know what I'm saying? Before the ban went into effect, and then those people decided to make a class action lawsuit. Are you saying you think more people should be part of the lawsuit?
This is also back to media, right? Like, we're gonna highlight this specific situation, this woman in Tennessee.
So hold on, when you say she's getting media attention, like, is she going like on the cake? Because girl, you don't watch no goddamn cable news. Like, is she?
I don't. So I don't even know. I think I'm struck mostly, I think, by the idea that this is a headline news. Like, a Tennessee woman needed an abortion to save her life. She then joined a lawsuit against the state's ban. After she had to travel out of state to access care, Rachel Fulton joined the Center for Reproductive Rights suit, which an appeal has now halted indefinitely, right? And so I think I'm mostly just thinking about how they're focusing this story, this idea that maybe I'm just thinking of it wrong, right? Because we say all the time, like, there's different things that occur over the course of someone's life that would make them pivot and do things differently than they had previously done them, right? So I'm really just thinking through this idea of having a headline in an international newspaper because you had a directly impacted issue happen to you.
What newspaper?
Right. It's in The Guardian.
The Guardian.
The paper.
Because it's almost like the journalist is saying, like, listen, this can affect you too. So all y'all people that's not, voting or stepping up when you see something like this this person had it affect them, so they was like, okay, well, let me get on the band. So maybe in a way it's talking to people like, this can affect you also, so you need to get down with this.
I'm assuming Rachel is a white woman.
Yes.
Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, white women are in danger. Y'all, did y'all know this?
It's affecting everybody. So you want to get down now? Stop playing. Oh boy, yeah.
The headline struck me, and then I read the article, and I was like, well, why is this an article? Like, she just like what made this be the article? And so I started down this. Y'all just went down the Renee train, trying to figure out like the process of some of these things, right? Like
I see how you was connecting the stories. I get it. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, I guess, and we can come back and get into some more stories right here on No Other Than the Remix Morning Show. And before we get off screen, I know you might have to use the bathroom. Make sure y'all tune back in tomorrow. I'm just gonna say it now while I'm here. Not tomorrow, Thursday, for Classical Breakdown Music 101, as we do Stevie Wonder's Pen, all the songs that he's written and been a part of.
What song did you discover was written by Stevie Wonder that you were like, yo? Did you know that, son?
I like the Michael Jackson song, Can't Help It If I Wanted To. Yeah, that was dope.
That's a great one.
All right. Speaking of, I'm going to probably go see that Michael Jackson movie this week, so I'll come back with a report on it. See how it was. I'm hearing it was good. I'm hearing a lot of people say it was good. So
interesting. They said that there was a chunk omitted when he did the Wiz years.
I seen you really put it all in there.
I'm saying today, anyway. Of course, they're not going to include all the things about Michael, but I saw this man post a video very upset. They said Diana Ross is going to have her day. A lot of people do believe that she may have groomed young Michael, but that doesn't get talked about.
Yeah, so all the things that people didn't want to see or want to see, you're going to have to do your own movie. These directors can't put everything in there, so don't be so mad. All right,
let's take her name out of it. It was a legal thing anyway, but yeah.
Oh, word. All right, we're gonna come back right here with Remix Morning Show. Let's go. In the middle of the midnight, baby, I only think I'm loving you. Anyway, let me get some more coffee, get my throat right. Hit that like button, subscribe. Welcome out to the Remix Morning Show. This is the show that you should be watching every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We got a lot of dope shows. One dope show that you should be watching is no other than Darker Than Blue. Yes, as Jackie Lukman, as you'll see coming on tomorrow on the Remix Morning Show, is talking about anti-intellectualism. So let's see what she had to say.
So the corporations pay for nothing and we pay for everything. The people literally cannot afford to buy a politician to work for us when corporate and special political interests like Israel have already bought the government. And then, like I said, we still pay for that corporate consolidation, which has also given companies unprecedented market power, allowing them to raise prices on everything from baby formula to gasoline, whenever and for whatever reason they feel like it. Their profits have jumped into the stratosphere, the highest in 70 years. That's what Robert Reich wrote about the Powell memo in 2022. But I have to take a little bit of more aside here, with some of the history of when corporate control of this government began, so to speak, because it actually did not start with Citizens United. And a lot of people get this confused. A 2014.
Oh, you can't get all of it. You got to go watch the rest of it. If you haven't watched it, you got to go check out the last episode of Darker Than Blue, talking about these corporations. And then it makes you think, does my vote really count? I don't know. Let's ask the rest of the crew, see what their thoughts are right here on the Remix Morning Show. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, you think about it, we always say corporations run this society, and the more money you got, the more you can be like, and we all know that they pay politicians, they give them these fundings and stuff. And how much of our vote really counts when it comes all down to it? Like,
it must count for something because they keep trying to take the vote away, right? That's the only thing that tells me that the vote must count for something, because of the continuous efforts to disrupt and discourage and prevent people from voting.
It almost feels like an optical illusion. Like it's there for you to debate and fight about, when it's like, these cats, they're not really getting a vote. I mean, like, think of it. I always think of it as if I was a villain and this was my country. I would have y'all believe in all types of shit. And the thought that you had a democracy, when really you don't. And this is how the vote is going to come out. This is going to be the next president. I'm going to put these people in front of you and run tests and see how y'all like it when I give you a black president. It's a good show. It's a good show. Just like we was talking about the correspondent dinner. It's a good wag the tongue. It's unraveling. You said what?
It's all unraveling, right? Can't we see it all falling apart? Seemingly more quicker every day. It's all falling down. You wait till them gas prices hit. You wait till that inflation kicks in. You wait till what's the thing, chat? Y'all are smart. What's the thing that's going to be impacted by this war that has resulted in the strait being closed, that will drive up production costs and delivery costs for inane things, like shit that you don't even think of, right? Like the little plastic tub bin at Walmart that you use for storage. That shit's gonna be $30 for one of them jumps. You understand? It's gonna be something crazy like that we may not be able to anticipate beyond, the immediacy of gas prices, right? We about to be down bad.
I think when water prices go up, I think that's when we really.
Speaking of water, are you
right? The strait. What is it? And go ahead.
No. Speaking of water, isn't Georgia dealing with about a bunch of wildfires right now?
I don't know, but thank goodness we got some rain today. No, it ain't been raining.
You ain't been affected by the wildfires in Georgia. Maybe they overhyping it on the television. But apparently, so Georgia, Florida, and basically the whole Southeast is under a tremendous drought, right? And there are wildfires in Georgia. I want to say South Carolina. Is that accurate? But anyway, coincidentally, there's also lots of new data centers. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, because they say it's a lot. You use a lot of water when it comes to the data centers.
A lot.
But who needs that water for agriculture and human survival when the data center?
And then I think it makes me think, like, when water is a problem, that's when we all gonna stand up. But some people don't even like drinking water, which is crazy.
That's all right. They won't last long. You ain't gotta like it.
Well, speaking of water crises and data centers, this is actually one of the articles. It's the focus of. I mean, the data center is not mentioned, but Corpus Christi in Texas is apparently about to run out of water, which I love, by the way, that they said absent a biblical rain event, which
I told you these religious people out here is wild, yo. Everything got to do with the Bible.
Woo. But so apparently they are on task to run completely out of water for the city in the next year. They announced that they would need to cut water usage by 25% across the board. But like telling people that you have to cut your water usage, like just imagine you live like your day-to-day with water, someone tells you like a quarter of the water you use, you have to figure out like how not to use that water. So do I not wash dishes? Do I not take a shower? There's three of us in the house. Like everybody has to take shorter showers, whatever. So then I was curious, right, about Corpus Christi. And I was like, well, I wonder, what is the data center looking like in like what is the situation with the data centers? So I just quickly, listen, and not for anything, but this is the first thing that I hate all these cookies and all this goddamn sorry, y'all. So this is the first thing that comes up, the Corpus Christi data center. 4,800 square feet.
Damn.
That's a little one.
It's a little one. But when you Google data centers, the AI, look, and not that AI is the best thing that, we don't always want to go with AI, but Corpus Christi is experiencing a surge in data center development.
Wow. That's crazy. Not that it matters, though I am curious. Does it name whose data centers there are?
It looks like Duos Edge and Lumen Technologies.
So
just
so the people of Corpus Christi can know where to direct their anger and their ire, in addition to their elected officials. You know what I'm saying? Lumen Technologies is where you need to direct your concerns about you running out of water.
Right.
Oh boy.
Right. There's a lot of this data center thing. There's actually one going up in the town next door to me, and I just found out about this, and so people are trying to see what they can do. But
is that the one in Vineland? Vineland,
no,
Vineland.
That's further south. It's in Kenilworth. It's in Kenilworth. And Kenilworth is not a big town by any means. So like putting a data center in Kenilworth, I'm like, where are they putting that? Like, where is that going to go? And what is that going to do to the water all around Kenilworth? Because it's not big. Like, it's not a sprawling city. It is a town. It is tiny. And so, there's no way that anything that happens there is only going to impact Kenilworth. It's going to impact a vastly larger span of space than just that town. So,
man, these evil villains are winning. They are winning.
They're winning because we're letting them.
And you want to get a bottle of water, and you got to drink all these microplasms in the bottled water that they gonna only have for you. This is cancerous. This is too much.
It is. Something should be done. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm very criminal minded. I've learned. Even though my actual record doesn't reflect it, I be thinking about crimes all the time, y'all, and I don't understand. During the 1970s, organizations, some would engage in campaigns involving boom booms, and I'm like, yo, the data centers. Good boom boom candidates. I'm being confusion. I be in confusion. Like, how come these joints are still standing? Like, I don't get it. And we know there's really no people in them, so I really don't get it. But I'm just spitballing. I'm just living in my.
I'm ready to go take a nap.
My little delusional world. Woo! I'm in my little utopia.
Whenever the world is too much, y'all just go take a nap. You'll feel so much better.
That's what they're counting on, Air Doctor.
I mean, you got to escape the world sometimes, and the only way I know how to is a nap. At least for a minute.
So do we want to do something a little lighter? Because I see the headline here on this and I did not watch the video, so I don't know exactly if the joke is any good, but we can give it a shot.
More positive news here sometimes.
So, well, I mean, I don't know if positive is really the word for it, but we'll give it a go.
Some feel good news.
So
all right, here we go.
Look, I'm not a Jimmy Kimmel big fan or anything, but if he really said
joke is a joke.
This is hysterical.
Oh, look at who we have here, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is so racist. The reason he went bald is because his hair was black. Hitler puts the cyst in white supremacists. He's like if baby Hitler traveled in time to kill us.
Damn. He had to just sit there and take that?
No, he didn't.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that he said that on his show, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, you know, Trump refused to allow a comedian to host the White House Correspondents'
I
Dinner.
bet.
Yo, did you see
The only
how
person
mad
he
he
can
looked?
get is that guy that used to smash the watermelons on stage. That's about it. You remember that dude? He used to smash watermelons on stage?
Vaguely.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I'm showing my age, but go ahead.
What else we got here? We got they were talking about this story because again, they all here to serve and protect y'all. No worries.
Yeah, that's his name, Gallagher.
Oh yes, Gallagher. You're right.
Hey.
All right, so New York City, we got the NYPD officer with 547 speeding tickets.
I mean, shouldn't they be able to speed
off duty? That's what we're gonna find out. But the headline is to protect and swerve.
Excellent headline. Let us credit the outlet who gifted us with that.
You gotta love the Streets Blog NYC.
All right, Streets
Shout
Blog.
out to y'all. To protect and swerve, NYPD cop has 547 speeding tickets, yet remains on the force. The officer's name is James Giavasanti, supposed to protect New Yorkers, but endangers them with impunity. It's this public enemy number one.
Oh my God.
I figured, so it's all traffic cameras. So since 2022, he has been caught blasting through school zones, running red lights more than 547 times in the borough. So only in Staten Island. This doesn't count if there's anything else outside of Staten Island. It makes him the second most reckless driver in the city, which is crazy. Oh, this is wild.
This is news, y'all.
Look, listen.
These are just so many distractions. This is so.
But here's the thing that I think people need to be really paying attention to. That's true. The second most. I agree. That is wild.
Who's the first?
Right. Who's number one? Who beat this dude out?
It got to be like a fire or ambulance driver. Or something.
But so this is the thing when we talk about this whole idea of law enforcement being this thing that exists to protect and serve the community, right? That these are people who are enforcing laws, that these are people who are there to protect the community. Like, this is in his own community that he's doing this, right? So when we're trying to get people to understand that everything that you have been propagandized to believe about what police officers are and do, this is further evidence that these people don't care about community, right? They don't care about the people. Like, in any situation, if at the least you don't go flying through a school zone in your mega pickup truck, right? Like, these are small things that I think most people should be aligned with, that we don't want to just dismiss as unimportant. The other thing that I'd like to point out is these cameras, which is all part of their surveillance state, very problematic. But obviously, they pick and choose who is going to be held responsible when they're caught on that camera. So when they set up these surveillance states to watch the community members, to make sure to keep everybody safe, so that we make sure that we're tracking what people are doing, obviously that's only necessary for some people, right? Like, obviously only some people are to be held responsible or to be held accountable when they are actually doing things that the cameras are supposed to be there to stop them from doing. So I thought it was interesting because
So
that's a lot of damn tickets.
Is there a twist to this? Like, is the story only he's accumulated this many tickets? Has he paid these tickets? Is he
No,
under
the story is that the story is that he's a police officer who's accumulated all these tickets. He's not going to be required to pay the tickets, and no one in the NYPD cares that he has accumulated this many tickets over the 3 years.
So where is the loophole that he is not being required to pay these tickets? Where does that to me is the story? Like, not so much that he's accumulated these tickets. I mean, a lot of people get speeding and red light camera tickets, but they are usually required to pay them. So how come he isn't?
He's a cop.
Well, he's a police officer.
Yeah, I mean, you can always be like, I was speeding to a scene. I was rushing to
a scene.
He's
in his private vehicle.
Still, you can still be like, yo, I was rushing to the scene.
No.
Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop him from saying that? And they be like, okay, I get it.
Whatever he wants, but like stuff is time stamped, right? So like, they could always, if they were interested, which we know they are not. Like, to me, that's the bigger story. Like, I don't care that he got all these tickets. Like, is he gonna pay these tickets? Like everybody else got to pay him.
It's part of the good boy. He's down with the good boys, the good old boys. I mean, why would you? That's. They keep it in house. Like, why are you going to charge somebody that's... Because police are here to protect the rich and protect their goods. That's it. They're not here to serve no communities.
No, listen, I get that. I understand that. I'm just, anyway, because I know a lot of times these a lot of these speed cameras and such are operated by third-party vendors, right? The city or borough, whoever, will contract whoever, a company to set up these cameras and dispense the tickets. So... I'm just do they have a do not send ticket list to NYPD officers? Like, if you catch this person or these group of people, don't send them a ticket. Like, I'm more curious about the process.
I mean, I don't even know. I was mostly just thinking they're like they're not required to do almost anything when they break the law at the NYPD. Like, they just do whatever. They're completely indifferent to it. So when the outlet asked the NYPD, like, what is being done about this, they basically had no comment. So they said that the tickets aren't related to his job, and they don't have any comment about him having this many tickets within the city. There's no discipline. There's nothing.
Yeah, the main takeaway from this is they got each other's back, point blank. You work for us, we got your back. You kill somebody, don't worry, we got your back. You're part of a team. You're the boys in blue. That's all this story is to me. I'm tired.
I feel everybody's tired. It feels like it. Kim's tired. Everybody's tired.
I'm tired for different reasons. I was considering, maybe not even to prove a point, because I don't really think the point is in dispute, but just as a constant reminder. We had these high profile unalivings of Black women by their partners. I was thinking, I'm like, hey, maybe once a week I'll show y'all at least one story that I see of that happening. And I've got 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a constant thing. There was a woman, and I don't know the rate, and again, whatever, but there's a lot constantly happening around domestic violence that I don't think need to be just kind of one-time conversations with our folks, because it's a constant thing. It doesn't end. And just that quick, we don't talk about the 8 kids that got killed last week.
Oh, Remix Morning Show, they've been talking about it different days. They've been hitting it. We ain't hit it like that, but yeah, it's been.
No, well, and that's not a specific critique to us. I'm just saying this is just the nature of the beast of the news cycle that we all live in and inhabit. And no one's talking about it, right? Like, that was last week. We've had new calamities. You know what I mean?
All over, like, the country, different ones. And I think Tandy brought it up the other day, and I think also on Dare to Struggle, Dare to what's the other Dare?
Win.
Yeah, Dare to Win. He was talking about femicide. That was a term being brought up. Femicide.
Mm-hmm.
So
a term that you hear used when discussing usually global South countries. Femicide, you don't hear, at least for example, in our mainstream, in our news discourse, in our whatever, we don't usually hear that term femicide as applied in America, but that's exactly what it is. And you know, women and girls, women and children, let me expand, because it's not just little girls. There's little boys on the menu out here by the bad ones. I mean, we have to protect ourselves. Like I don't know what needs to happen. I don't know if women need to become more dangerous in order for us to be safer. You know what I mean? When women do respond with violence, we are usually held extremely accountable for it. There is a sister right now in Chicago. I can't call her name. Chicago, chime in here. 8 months pregnant, at her baby shower. Her partner instigates a physical altercation with her, slams her head into the table. She's trying to escape from him. She picks up a knife and allegedly stabs him in the leg, but she nicked an artery. He bled out, died. Cook County prosecutors are weighing whether not to charge her with second-degree murder. This lady was defending herself. She was in defense of her life and her unborn child, and I believe her attacker had previous domestic violence charges placed against him. Why is this lady? Why is she even being thought of to be charged with fucking murder? And the answer is women aren't allowed to, like, we can't stand our ground. Like, we're not allowed. We are legally precluded from standing our ground. You have to literally get beat the fuck up, I guess, or let the man choke you out, I guess, until you are legally allowed to mount a self-defense defense. You know, women, we just can't protect ourselves because we can't anticipate danger. No, you bitches will be charged. And the sister in Tennessee, in Memphis, who was charged with shooting that pastor who came at her aggressive, and she told him to back up. She had the pistol, shot him dead. They charged her with murder. What? What? So I don't know. Women, do we need to get comfortable with going to jail or what? Like, I don't know what needs to happen, but something has to happen.
Now, this is Air Doctor here. I don't have all the answers, but it has to be looked at as being whack. It has to be a trend of being looked at as being whack, being corny. Is not the right thing to do to disrespect women. It has to be said through the music. It has to be said on TV, on media. It has to be some type of push to be like, this is not it. This is not the cool shit to do. Somehow, by us men, led by us men. That's the only, because it's like in the music, in the songs, this bitch, that bitch better, it's like in everywhere we look, like it's a cool thing to do. It's all right to do. And it's no consequences. Like, we got to start having like a drop squad where you'll get your ass kicked by us men. We're going to get together and kick your ass if you disrespect our women. It has to be some type of trend, fad, something. I don't know.
It has to be a shift.
Yeah.
Like, people don't, what we don't like to admit to ourselves is that we don't give a fuck if women are harmed. We don't. Most women are harmed by people that they know. That includes their family members. You know what I'm saying? That includes their fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins. And we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to get into that. But I agree with you, Air Doctor. There needs to be consequence. And that is the reason why this violence against women continues unabated, because there's no consequence. These motherfuckers ain't worried about going to jail because they know that the criminal justice system also doesn't give a fuck, right? So, I mean, I would love to hear, you know, even through the grapevine. Like, again, I need the good brubs to infiltrate these niggas, get into these red pill spaces. Like I talked about last week, the so-called rape academy that CNN reported about, where men trade tips and tricks of how to drug their partners and assault them in their sleep and invite others to come over and assault them in their sleep. Yeah, get into that group, show up to the house and kick in his fucking teeth. And don't post about it. Don't take your phone. Don't be smart, okay? But do it.
Yeah, and then these organizations, even like with the organizations I'm with, Black Man Lab, let us make man. It has to be a conversation, and it has to be looked down on. It has to have these conversations. I don't think these conversations are being had with brothers, with young men that's growing up. We don't have these conversations, so it has to be looked at as a bad thing.
Well, I agree that the conversations are not being had often enough. But I hate to say this to you, my brother, but men only understand violence. They don't understand words. They don't understand feelings. They don't understand consequences. They understand violence. And the kind of men and boys that are out here perpetuating these violence on women and children, they have to be met with violence. That's the only lesson. That's the only language they speak. And that's the only thing they'll respect. They don't respect being sat down man to man, have a conversation. Me talk to you, brother to brother. No, because any type of bitch ass nigga that will put his hands on women and children is not here for your conversation. They need feet to teeth. They require belt to ass, and I think that those kind of brothers are afraid of the abuse. I think that good brothers, I think everybody is afraid in the society of these terrible men, even other men.
It has to be a way where it's framed as it's challenging your manhood. Because you like back in the day when you like, oh, he called me a pussy. Oh, we got to fight. Like that was like a challenge to your manhood. So you going out and hitting a woman has to be like, oh, you ain't being a man. You a sucker and all that shit. It got to be a shift somehow. Like that's got to be the that's not it. But it does have to start with a conversation and then foot the ass. I definitely agree with you.
No conversations. Because what's the conversation after
the conversation is to get you in a room so we can get you.
Oh, okay.
And then put the foot to ass. Work with me, Kim. Oh,
but there also has to be, I think, conversation to prevent people from thinking this is okay, right? Yeah. Like I feel pretty confident saying like there's no part of my son that would think it is okay to hit a woman, right? And he says these things to me when he sees other people engaging in behavior that he's like, why do people think that's okay? That's not okay, right? So I think I think there is so much. Again, the media, the propaganda, the music, all these things, right? We are living in a society where this is like internalized. Like it's just the thing. Like no one seems to even think twice about when they see these things in movies. Women getting beat up, women getting harmed, women getting raped, women getting killed. Like this is a consistent in our society. Like it is just all the time, everywhere, that this is okay behavior. It's acceptable behavior. And so as a society, we have been socialized to completely disregard the humanity of women, right? Of people that people conceive to be acting too much like women, right? Like this is also why you have so much violence against the trans community. Like it's just like there's so much of this happening in a way that just generalizes it, that just makes it acceptable across the board. And that also has to be addressed, right?
Yeah. Well, we about out of time. So big up to, I was trying to make a joke, but shit like Tyler Perry, where you got men hitting women, where you got American Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, women hitting women. It's just like the violence. We love to see this violence, and it keeps coming out every fucking day. Like this is cool. So
let me say, can I throw this in here real quick?
Yeah.
In Nigeria recently, Nigerians chime in here. What's the name of the festival? The Fertility Festival, where if young single women are caught on the street, they will be gang raped. Like it's framed as a celebration of women's fertility, but in fact, it is an opportunity for women and girls to be assaulted en masse on the streets in public and people know about it. Like, it's not a secret. So I don't want to simply attribute violence against women as something explicitly Western or American. This is happening to women and girls everywhere. You know what I mean? And we have to address the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and that is the mandem. Like, we have to address the mandem. We have to address the mandem. And the problem is the mandem don't listen to women and girls. So it's incumbent upon other men to put other men in line, in check. But in the interim, while we wait another 2,000 years for men to check each other, women and girls have to be safe out here. So I think it is sage advice for women and children to become more dangerous so you can be safer.
And it all falls under the guise of patriarchy.
Guys. Yes, I agree. 100%.
All right. See, we're going to wrap it up in a bow. Renee Johnston, what you got coming up this Saturday?
This Saturday, we are actually returning with Alchemy. We're going to continue our conversation about material dialectics. And then I will be in the streets on Saturday. I dropped the link in the chat, Seeds for Liberation. We're screening that on Saturday in Orange, New Jersey. Folks should come out if they're available. Matthew is currently traveling. He's also doing a screening in Philadelphia on Thursday. So maybe I mentioned it to Air Doctor. We can get Matthew on to talk about the movie and the documentary on Thursday. And then we'll see where things go. But looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
How many oranges in Jersey? I thought it was West Orange. So there's
there is an orange, and then there's a West Orange, a South Orange, a East Orange, but they're all the oranges.
It's 4 oranges.
We're doing apples and oranges over here, y'all. 6 7. Also, make sure y'all tune in Thursday for Classical Breakdown at 11 o'clock. Stevie Wonder's Pen, and we will be back here tomorrow morning with Women's Wednesday. And make sure y'all come back for that. And appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm the Ear Doctor. That's the Renee Johnston. And that is Kimberly Down Brown. And we are out of here, y'all. Anything else, ladies? Or we out?
We out, y'all.
Peace.
Black Liberation Media is a collective of Black and African organizers, journalists, academics, and media personalities serving Black and African masses seeking to further grow in their understanding of themselves, their histories, and the African world through entertainment and news. Please continue to like, subscribe, and donate to the channel so we can further serve you and liberate our people. You can also go to blkliberationmedia.org, get some merchandise, and also become a Patreon member and a member from the YouTube. Please do what you can, share, and show your love as we will show ours for you. Black Liberation Media.